Nowhere. Maybe ruse shooters, someone suggested. Maybe wild goat shooters, said another. Maybe mischievous, maybe malign. And maybe accidental. The ram resembling a goat if he'd been caught in the tricky shadows of a saltbush twilight. Hirsch shook off the guilt and turned to Janne Van Sant, dismayed to see tears, a twist of sadness or anxiety. He tried to smile. Shall we move on? One moment, please, Constable Hirschhausen. She dug in the front pocket of her tan canvas pack and retrieved one of the photographs she'd shown Hirsch 90 minutes earlier, in the front room of the little brick building that housed the Tiverton police station. Printed from a message sent by her son, it showed a tall, slim kid with blonde dreadlocks smiling for the camera. Wildew the eagle spread behind and below him. 21 years old, backpacking around Australia, taking a job here and there. It occurred to Hirsch at that moment. The photo was not framed like a selfie. Someone had been with the kid, here on the summit of Desolation Hill. As to who, he thought, that was a question to ask the station owners Willie had been working for. He watched Dr. Van Sant hold the photo at head height with both hands, adjusting until she knew exactly where Willie had been standing all those months ago. She was a slightly shorter and less tanned version of her son. A cap of cropped fair hair, a similar smile, what Hirsch had seen of it in the past hour and a half. An hour's to go yet. Another 30 minutes over chopped and powdery back roads to reach Dryden Downs. A conversation with the Drydens, the trip back to the police station, and her rented Camry. She had dumped the day pack on the bonnet of the SA Police Toyota. A handful of other photographs spilled out. May I? Hirsch asked, gathering them up. Her response was a shrug that he thought of as very European. It said, if you must. And so, with some hesitation, he neatened the photos and flipped through them. Warm from the Toyota's Duco, it was almost as if they were straight off the printer. Willie on a horse, Willie swimming in a dam, Willie with a sheepdog on a clay pan pointing down at the tracks of a solitary sheep, Willie beside a Cessna marked Dryden Downs Pastoral, Willie crouched next to a gravestone, gesturing comically at the inscription, Here lies Tom Sewell, who shot himself accidentally on purpose, 25 September 1923. Hirsch got a kick out of it too. He shoved the photos back into the day pack and checked his watch. Yes, Dr. Van Sant said, her tone at odds with her air of containment. Hirsch steered the rattling Hilux down through the switchback bends, then left at the T-intersection at the base of Desolation Hill and onto a corrugated dirt track named Manassoak Highway. Irony, Dr. Van Sant said. Yes, Hirsch said, accelerating. Drive too slowly on these roads and your teeth shook out. Too quickly and you might lose traction on a curve, roll your vehicle, lie penned in the wreckage for hours, even days before another vehicle happened along. You needed skill with a dash of nonchalance. Hirsch had been making these backcountry ventures for 3 years now and was getting better at it. Right now he was concentrating on the road, not Willie's mother, who was saying, with an air of carefully testing her words and pitching her voice above the rattles, a national trait, do you think? A reluctance to take anything seriously. She'd been in the country exactly 4 days, 2 in Sydney, then the drive to Tiverton, in wheat and wool country halfway between Adelaide and the Flinders Ranges. Hirsch decelerated for an eroded incline washed free of topsoil, more the spine of a stone reef than a road. He topped the rise at walking pace, slowly increased speed on the downslope and said, Yes, partly that. Slim and straight-backed in the seat beside him, and perhaps testy that he'd taken so long to answer, Janne Van Sant said, And the other part, or parts? She's picturing her son out here, Hirsch thought. How he might have fared, how he might be faring, in a land where no one took anything seriously. Isn't being ironic a sign that you take something seriously? You're trying to stop it swamping you? Dr. Van Sant gestured beyond her window at the saltbush and mulga struggling to survive on the red dirt plains. Manassoak, is that irony too? The bread of